The DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients? Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
This is my video update on this Monday afternoon, July the 7th, coming to you from Belgrade, Serbia. Let's talk about some news. And the big story is that there is no client list. That is the big story for today. No client list. What are you talking about, Alex? No client list. For who? For what? For Epstein. There is no Epstein client list, according to Axios, the DOJ, and the FBI. They somehow leaked a report. Axios claimed they obtained the report, but the report was obviously handed to Axios. It was leaked to Axios. My guess would be by the DOJ and the FBI. But anyway, Axios managed to get its hands on a report, on a memo from the DOJ and the FBI, which claims that there is no Epstein client list. Never existed. There is none. No client list. Amazing, huh? No client list. Pretty soon they're going to tell us there was no island. Then they're going to tell us there was no plane. I imagine that in a couple of months, they're going to probably tell us Epstein who? What are you talking about? Oh my God, I woke up this morning to that news and I was just scratching my head. I'm like, what? This is horrific, man. No client list. Let me read you what the title of the Axios article is. 1 second here. Exclusive. DOJ, FBI conclude Epstein had no client list. Committed suicide, self-deleted. Okay, Bongino and Patel told us that he self-deleted. They said that about a month ago, so we already knew that the FBI was pushing that narrative. But now we have the no client list narrative. This is coming from Bondi and Patel, Bongino. Axios, they report in this article, the memo says no one else involved in the Epstein case will be charged. Epstein's associate, Ghislaine Maxwell, is serving a 20-year sentence for trafficking and related offenses. But there's no client list. So if there's no client list, why is Ghislaine in prison? I mean, there's no client list. Oh boy. About a month ago, Pam Bondi was on, maybe 2 months ago, she was on Fox News. And she said that she has the client list on her desk, right? 1 second. March, Bondi says the FBI has tens of thousands of Epstein videos. April, Patel says they vanished. July, DOJ says no client list, no names, self-deletion, case closed. And Pam Bondi said the Epstein client list was on her desk for review for release. I'm seeing the video right now. I'll put the video on your screen. When is the date of this appearance? I can't make it out on the mobile phone. Anyway, you guys can see the video of Pam Bondi telling Fox News that the client list was on her desk for review for release. And now I'm seeing a Fox News article which says Jeffrey Epstein files, Bondi claims FBI reviewing tens of thousands of videos in the case. So there's no client list. I guess the videos have disappeared. Oh my God. So they released, the FBI, they released a video to go along with this leaked memo of the prison where Epstein was staying to prove that it was self-deletion, because the video doesn't show anyone coming in or coming out of the prison. It's about an 18-second video, I think. It's a short video, very short video. It's one camera angle, and it doesn't show anyone moving in or out of the prison. And they're saying to us that this is proof that he self-deleted. They really don't care anymore. This group of globalists, deep state elitists, whatever you want to call them, they really don't care anymore, do they? I mean, you know, just tell them that there's no client list now. Just whatever. Let's wrap this whole Epstein thing up. Remember when we had these MAGA, I don't even know what to call them, Twitter, social media influencer, America First MAGA people, I guess. They went to the White House and they received the phase one dossier or brochure of the Epstein files. And it was basically public information put into a dossier, and nothing that we didn't already know. But Pam Bondi was trying to pass this off as if it was some sort of phase one to revealing what was going on with Epstein. Yeah, and then they were holding up the book. It's phase one, and now what? We're going to move into phase two. You want to know what phase two is? There is no phase two. There's no client list. No phase two, no client list. The guy didn't even exist. What are you guys talking about? He never existed. It was all a dream. It was all a dream. It was all made up. Elon Musk is jumping on this. He is jumping on this, as he should, because Elon Musk is now starting a political party, and he's now a politician. So he's going to jump on stuff like this, and he's posting all kinds of memes on Epstein. One meme that he posted or reposted is a meme of it's that famous clown makeup meme. We will release the Epstein list. We just need more time. The Epstein list is on my desk. There is no Epstein list. He's posted a whole bunch of these on his X account. So Trump, he said that Elon Musk starting another political party is ridiculous. He also said that in a Truth Social post that Elon Musk is going off the rails, or he's gone off the rails, and he's a train wreck. He's gone off the rails of the crazy train. Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, he said he's a train wreck. This is what he posted on Truth Social. It was a very long post on Truth Social from Trump bashing Elon Musk. He said, I'll read you the first part of this Truth Social post, because then towards the second part of this Truth Social post, he talks about the EV mandate, and that is why Elon Musk is upset, because in the BBB, there's no EV mandate. And then he also said that Elon Musk is upset with Trump because Elon Musk had a friend of his who wanted to head up NASA, and Trump at first was like, okay, cool, this guy is a good guy. And then Trump found out that Musk's friend, who he wanted to head up NASA, was a Democrat. And Trump said, no, I'm not going to appoint this guy to head up NASA. And allegedly, Trump is saying that Musk was angry because his buddy was not appointed to head up NASA. Anyway, that's the second part of this Truth Social post. Let me read you the first part. Trump said, I am saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck over the past 5 weeks. He even wants to start a third political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos. And we have enough of that with the radical left Democrats, who have lost their confidence and their minds. Republicans, on the other hand, are a smooth-running machine that just passed the biggest bill of its kind and in the history of our country. A smooth-running machine that has no client list. I can't find a client list or the videos or anything. Oh, man. So that was Trump on Musk. Trump saying this is just going to embolden Musk. That's what I think it's going to do. The more Trump says that a third party cannot be done and it's going to lead to chaos and it always fails, Musk is going to say, okay, challenge accepted. So Trump was speaking to the media before he got onto Air Force One, I believe. And he was asked once again about the phone call with Putin and with Zelensky. And Trump said once again he had a good call with Zelensky, very good call with Zelensky, but he was disappointed with the phone call with Putin because Putin would not agree to the Keith Kellogg ceasefire. Alexander's take on this is actually spot on. I think Alexander's observation of the two phone calls is 100% correct. Alexander, in his video update and on a video that we posted on the Duran, says that Trump called up Putin and he basically tried to bluff Putin, knowing that Putin would call the bluff. Trump knew that Putin would call the bluff, but he tried anyway. And he tried to make it out as if, look, I'm not going to provide Patriots and Patriot interceptors to Ukraine. So will you accept the Keith Kellogg ceasefire? And Putin told Trump, come on, Trump, we all know that you guys are running low on Patriots. Who are you trying to fool? And Trump said, you're right. We don't have Patriots, but it was worth a try. And then Trump called up Zelensky and he said, little Volodymyr, I tried to get Putin to agree to the ceasefire. Wasn't happening. We're out of Patriots, as you know. So good luck, right? That was pretty much how everything happened. He tried to bluff Putin and make it seem as if the United States was stopping weapons to Ukraine or stopping some weapons to Ukraine, specifically the Patriots. And in return, he was hoping that Putin was going to bite and say, okay, if that's the case, then I will agree to the Keith Kellogg 30-day unconditional ceasefire. And that didn't happen. But Trump was able to call Zelensky, to call up Mertz and all of these guys and say, I tried, I gave it my best. Putin is not going for the ceasefire. I told him that we're running low on Patriots, which is true. And so, because we're running low on Patriots and Putin isn't going for the ceasefire, I've done my part. I'm Audi 5000, right? Anyway, Trump was also asked by a reporter, why are you not helping out Ukraine in the way that you help out Israel? And Trump said, I am helping Ukraine, he said. And then he went off on this tangent where he started to talk about the rigged elections. He stopped addressing Ukraine, Project Ukraine, the conflict. He just stopped addressing it, and then he went off on this lecture about the elections being rigged in 2020, and if the elections were not rigged in 2020, Trump said, then we wouldn't have had the disaster that was Afghanistan. We would not have had the disaster that was Project Ukraine. He said October 7th would not have happened. He said the bombing of Iran, the 12-day war would not have happened. He said the economy would not be in such bad shape, and he wouldn't have had to have fixed the economy. Basically, he said that everything that has happened up until today, it's all Biden's fault, and it's all due to the elections of 2020. And if he had won in 2020, then we would not be in all of these various messes. that we have right now. And that was how he addressed the reporter's question. Why are you not helping out Zelensky? He said, I am helping out Zelensky. And then he talked about the 2020 elections. So that was Trump's response to that question. And also on Truth Social yesterday, Trump, he put out a warning to BRICS. We have the BRICS summit in Brazil taking place right now. And Trump posted on Truth Social, any country aligning themselves with the anti-American policy of BRICS will be charged an additional 10% tariff. There will be no exceptions to this policy. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Notice how he positions BRICS as anti-American, the anti-American policies of BRICS. The multipolar world, the anti-American policy, because BRICS is creating institutions, not trying to replace the dollar. They haven't created a new currency or anything like that, a reserve currency to replace the dollar, but they are putting together the payment systems and the various institutions, financial institutions and other types of institutions to work as a hedge, as another option to the weaponization of the collective West, of the payment systems, of the various institutions of the collective West, the IMF, the World Bank, the OPCW, the United Nations, the OSCE, the IAEA. BRICS is creating all of these different systems, which will prevent the United States from weaponizing the current system and the current institutions and sanctions and weaponizing the USD and freezing assets. So that's what the BRICS is working on, an alternative system, right? And let me cross. And Trump, his team understands this, and they're lashing out at BRICS. They're lashing out at BRICS instead of blaming themselves. You guys weaponized the system. You abused the system. You abused the dollar. You weaponized the dollar. Sanctions on everybody for the dumbest of reasons. The United States is sanction addicted because this country did not follow the rules-based order. We're going to place sanctions and we're going to freeze your assets. Next time, obey the rules-based order. Sanctions, sanctions, sanctions. So, yeah. The U.S. is to blame for this. All the previous administrations are to blame for this in the United States. The Trump administration is to blame for what's happening with the multipolar world and with BRICS and all of these countries lining up to join BRICS. Vietnam, now in BRICS. Indonesia, now in BRICS. Instead of working together with BRICS, which is what the Trump administration should do, instead of the Trump administration coming out with a statement and saying, you know what, I am reversing the weaponization of the USD. I'm going to rebuild trust in the U.S. financial institutions. I'm going to unfreeze all the assets that I have frozen, that we have frozen. I'm going to remove all of these stupid and ridiculous sanctions on everybody. That's what Trump should have done. And I'm going to work with BRICS. And the United States is going to be prosperous, a prosperous part of the multipolar world. Nope, he is taking the other route, the anti-America policies of BRICS. Poor Spain. Spain should have never entered BRICS. Remember when Trump said that Spain was a part of BRICS? Spain, why did you enter BRICS? Now you're going to get an additional 10% tariffs. Anyway, it's a bluff. This is a bluff from Trump. This whole warning to BRICS is a bluff. A few months ago, Trump put out a similar message saying that if any country works with BRICS against the United States, he's going to place 100% tariffs. That's what he said like 6 months ago. Remember that? Like 4 months ago, I think he said that. 100% tariffs. Any country that decides to work with BRICS. Now it's 10% tariffs. Oh man. Anyway, got all the barricades all over the place. I wanted to go into this park, but it also is barricaded up. So Trump is also sending out a letter to all of the countries that have not negotiated some sort of tariff deal, which is a lot of countries, most of the countries around the world. And the Trump administration, they're going to send their letter saying that it's going to be a 10% tariff or a 20% tariff, and that's going to be sent out as well. He posted on X, "I am pleased to announce that the United States tariff letters and/or deals with various countries from around the world will be delivered starting 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday, July 7th. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America." So Putin gave a video message, a video statement for the BRICS meeting in Brazil. As I said, Putin, in my past videos, Putin is not attending the BRICS summit. The Kremlin says it's because of the ICC warrant. I think it's because the Kremlin is worried about Putin having to travel such a great distance from Moscow to Brazil, and the neocons have absolutely lost their minds, and who knows what they would do to the Russian president's plane if it was traveling that distance. So I think the Kremlin, rightly so, is playing it safe, and they're saying better that you travel within the Russian sphere and not go all the way to Brazil, because the collective West is losing their minds. And you can participate via video, and Lavrov can also be there in person. Anyway, Putin, he put out a message to everyone attending BRICS, saying that BRICS is outperforming the G7. Say it ain't so. Is BRICS outperforming the G7 even with Ukraine inside the G7? I can't believe it. I don't think so. I think when you put Ukraine into the G7, there's no way that BRICS is outperforming the G7. The group's combined GDP is $20 trillion greater than that of the Western Bloc, the Russian president has said, speaking via video link at a plenary session of the 17th annual BRICS summit in Rio de Janeiro on Sunday. Putin said that the BRICS member states not only account for a third of the Earth's land and almost half of the planet's population, but also 40% of the global economy. BRICS combined GDP measured by purchasing power parity already stands at $77 trillion. That's according to the 2025 IMF data, he added, noting that on this metric, BRICS considerably outstrips some other groups, including the Group of Seven. Yeah, and a huge population, which is key. And now you have Indonesia, which is a huge country, Vietnam also, but Indonesia, a massive country with a big economy, with a growing economy, a huge population, is now in BRICS. So let's do some other news, and we will wrap up this video update from the streets of Belgrade, Serbia. Israel launched an attack on Yemen yesterday. They called this Operation Black Flag. The Henry Rollins group, right? Black Flag, like a punk rock band. Remember them? Anyway, Israel decided to bomb Yemen, and they bombed ports and all kinds of facilities in Yemen. They claimed this was in retaliation for Yemen aligning with Iran and firing off missiles into Israel. And so that happened yesterday. Let's see, Ukraine's foreign ministry spokesman, he gave an interview to a YouTube channel. I forgot this guy's name. Tiki is this guy's name. He gave an interview to a YouTube channel, and the foreign ministry spokesman He said that Kiev is not negotiating in good faith with Russia. He said it's all a farce. The only reason that Ukraine is showing up to the negotiations, he said, is because Ukraine doesn't want to be seen as the country that is not trying to negotiate a peaceful settlement in Ukraine, he said. We don't want to be seen as the country that is turning down peace talks. So that's the only reason, he said, that Ukraine is showing up to the peace talks. Not because they want peace, but it's all theater and all for show. That's what he said. It's to prevent anyone from accusing Ukraine of being the side that doesn't want peace. That's what Tichy said. He also said that the NATO talks are becoming toxic. He also said that as well. All of these talks about Ukraine entering NATO, he said, is going nowhere. And he actually said that continuing to talk about Ukraine entering NATO and mentioning Ukraine entering NATO, irreversible path to NATO and all this stuff is actually toxic because Ukraine is not entering NATO. All the arguments and counter arguments have already been presented, and each new round of negotiations on Ukraine's accession to NATO goes in circles. He stated that the discussions have become, to put it simply, very toxic. Yeah, man. NATO used Ukraine in the worst of ways. Oh boy. So Ursula von der Leyen, she had a call with Trump to try and get to a tariff deal. She says it was a good call with Trump to agree to some sort of a tariff arrangement. And the deadline was pushed back by the Trump White House. And Trump said that they need to get to a deal by August the 1st. Or else they revert back to the 20% tariff that Trump originally announced during his Liberation Day speech. But Ursula is saying, no, forget August the 1st. We're going to actually get to some sort of a deal by July 9th. That is what Ursula is saying, at least some sort of a framework for a deal by July 9th, which will most likely be 10% tariffs for the European Union. That seems to be what Ursula is aiming for, instead of 20%, which is what it would be by August 1st. If there's no agreement, it's going to most likely be 10% tariffs for the European Union. Anyway, she said it was a good call with President Trump. Ursula von der Leyen, I believe today, she has her no confidence vote. Is it today or Thursday? It's either today or Thursday. Ursula's going to have her no confidence vote, where she should be okay, right? She should make it. But it's still shaking the European Commission. This is her no confidence votes connected to her dealings with Burla and the Koof and the jabs and the missing texts. Where did those text messages go? I guess they went to the same place that the client list went, right? They just disappear. The client list disappears. Ursula's text messages with Burla, with the jab and all of the money that was agreed with between Pfizer and the EU, that also disappeared. They just disappear, man. The dog ate it. Oh my God, that's how they solve their problems, the globalists. Got a problem? Client list, text messages with Pfizer. They disappeared. Anyway, let's do some clown worlds. Wrap this video up. From Politico, the Stammer-Macron bromance has a Donald Trump problem. Stammer-Macron bromance. That's clown world right there. Oh my God. Yeah, Stammer-Macron. So the problem is this, according to Politico's anonymous sources. They claim that Stammer wants to take a more discreet approach with Trump, to keep Trump invested in Project Ukraine. That's what this is all about. It's all about Ukraine. It's all about the U.S. continuing to pour money into Europe and into NATO and into Project Ukraine. Traditional gyros. All right. And Stammer wants to take a discreet, behind closed doors approach with Trump, talking to Trump outside of the public sphere, trying to get Trump to sign up to more Project Ukraine and more money to NATO and the EU, while Macron's approach is he wants to do everything out in the public sphere. That's the trouble with the bromance, the trouble in paradise, the bromance between Stammer and Macron. Macron wants to be public about Trump's lack of support or possible walking away from Project Ukraine, and Stammer wants it to be private. Anyway, not much of a story, but hey, the title is Clown World material. I mean, my Clown World was pretty much the client list, right? I mean, I think that's Clown World enough for today. One more article, also from Politico. Belarusian opposition leader calls for Trump to punish dictator Lukashenko. Svetlana Tikhanovskaya is appealing to the U.S. president to continue putting pressure on the authoritarian leader of Belarus. Tikhanovskaya. Juan Guaido, number 2. Damn it, Trump, put pressure on Belarus. Damn it, Trump, give money to Project Ukraine. Trump, give money to NATO. Trump, give money to Europe. Trump, give patriots. And they never stop asking from the United States, do they? They never stop asking stuff from the United States. The U.S. should just tell them one day, enough. Stop. No more handouts. We're done with you all. Stop asking us for stuff. Jeez. Grow up, collective West. The United States is not your daddy, or is the United States your daddy? According to Mark Rutte, the United States is your daddy. Anyway, that's the video, everybody. The Duran.locals.com. It's starting to rain. We are on Rumble and X and Telegram. And go to the Duran shop, pick up some merch. You will find the link in the description box down below. Here comes the rain. Oh boy. All right. I will see everybody tomorrow. Take care.